Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. This is going to be my nomination video. Now, I may do this video in a couple of parts, say a part 1 and a part 2, because I do not want to feel rushed. I want to go through each individual and speak to why I did or did not decide to nominate them to be an honorable Kentucky Colonel. Okay, I'm going to do this in the order that the videos came in, starting with Cutlery Lover, Jeff. Jeff, this was hard. This really was. This was hard. I look at you. I've known you a long time. I consider you a friend. We've spoken on the phone several times. I think of you as literally one of the pioneers of social networking. You are a prolific video maker. Just unbelievable. The effort you put in, and the celebrity that you have amassed. You've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 75,000 subscribers. That's just almost 8 times more than I have. That's just amazing what you've been able to accomplish, and it's to be commended. It's very impressive. I noticed when I first started the vetting process that you had a link on your channel page that where people could donate to, I believe it was not cerebral palsy, but Down syndrome. And I thought that was commendable that you would be willing to use your celebrity to try to raise money for charity. I thought that was amazing. However, when I went back to it, you had removed that link, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I had not had a chance to talk to you personally about this, unfortunately. Although we have talked several times on the phone previously, it was never about this. You know, Jeff, I reserve the right to change my mind in the future, but I couldn't pull the trigger on nominating you. I just really couldn't. I think you're an outstanding guy, a good friend, and you know what? Truly, probably very worthy of the honor. But I think, I think you should look at this as a challenge to do better. I would like to see you use your celebrity on YouTube for good. Whether that's getting involved with charities or whether that's educating people on certain things. Surprise me. Surprise me. I'm going to keep my eye on you, Jeff, and I think maybe in the future, things could change for you. But for right now, there's just not enough there. There just isn't. For me. Now, for a lot of other Kentucky Colonels, you would probably be a shoo-in. But I hold myself to a very high standard when it comes to nominating people to be Kentucky Colonels. So, Jeff, keep up the good work, and I will keep my eye on you. And who knows? Maybe in the future there, things could change. So, I am not nominating Jeff Cutlery Lover to be a Kentucky Colonel. Sorry. Okay, second one, Sailing Manual. Another really great guy. I remember the first time I ever seen one of his videos. It tore my heart out. It really did. He was in the hospital. His son has a blood disease, and it brought it. Seriously, it was tough to see. I hate seeing children that are sick. I really do hate that. And I know you've been through a pretty rough time. I really know that, and my heart goes out to you, but you're not there yet, brother. Hopefully in the future, there just wasn't enough for me to say yes. This guy is Kentucky Colonel caliber. I know you're a really great guy. I know you're a super nice guy. People who know you love you, and that's huge. But I can't nominate somebody to be a Kentucky Colonel because they're a nice guy. I just can't. But I will be keeping my eye on you. I'd like to see some, just like what I said with Jeff, maybe see you use your channel to do some good. I got a lot of faith in you. I think you're an outstanding human being. And keep up the good work. And maybe in the future, I can nominate you. But for right now, brother, I just can't. Okay, this is a hard video for me to make. It really is, because those two last guys, they're awesome, both of them awesome guys. Okay, Salty Shellback. Now, this guy has an amazing story. He really does. He was an immigrant from Vietnam as a child. His family was fleeing the oppressive communist regime that was taking over South Vietnam. And yeah, just a horrific situation he found himself in. But he managed to get to the United States. He immigrated to the United States, and once he became a young adult, the first thing he did was sign up to serve his country, his adopted country. He joined the Navy and served honorably. Just an amazing story. When he got out of the Navy and had a family, he got involved with the Boy Scouts of America. Just this guy's story is amazing. It really, really is amazing. He donates a lot of time to the Boy Scouts, and just an all-around outstanding human being. Just really an all-around, definitely Kentucky Colonel worthy for sure. Absolutely. And I'll tell you the part about his story. The Boy Scout stuff is awesome. I love that. But the part about his story that I like the best is the volunteering to join the United States military. I have an uncle who was a World War II vet, or is a World War II vet. He's still with us. And he was 17 years old in the Pacific fighting the Japanese. And he will tell you the scaredest he's ever been in his life was hearing those kamikazes coming in. And he was an immigrant. He was a United States immigrant from Hungary. And he will look you right in the face and tell you that he earned his citizenship. And I've always said that when people want to immigrate here to the United States, I'll tell you what, I have a lot of respect for the ones that they make their first stop the recruiter's office. I love that. So I have chosen to nominate him to be a Kentucky Colonel. Now, I cannot promise that the governor will see it the way I see it, but I will tell you that it'd be a travesty if he didn't. That's for sure. What a great story, and yeah, what a great story. Okay, the next one. And I love when people make their names like this. RDNKRFNK. Alrighty. Now, he actually nominated somebody else, and that person contacted me and said he just was not worthy, and he gave me the name and a phone number to somebody that he felt was, and actually wrote up a very nice plea for me to consider this other guy as a Kentucky Colonel. And I did try to call this guy, and that number was no longer valid. And then when I tried to contact the other guy back to see if I could get another number, I never heard back from him. So, it is what it is. So that's a dead end. I'm sorry. And, all you guys are awesome, but, I needed more than that. Okay, the next one, HK-45 shooter. This guy's a really great guy. He really has put a lot of effort into reminding all of us that we need to support the troops. In fact, just recently he did a video explaining how you can send something to any soldier over in Iraq and Afghanistan. I have sent a couple of care packages to Iraq and just one recently to Afghanistan. And to be honest with you, there was a long gap between the two, and it's easy to forget that we have people in harm's way. And the fact that he's willing to keep us apprised of that and sending to the troops stuff, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Very, very, very Kentucky Colonel-like. He doesn't have a loved one per se over there, but he's still sending stuff to troops, care packages. Listen, that's just Kentucky Colonel all the way. So I have chose to nominate him to the governor to be a Kentucky Colonel. Okay, Parlusk. You know what? I'm going to start Parlusk when I do the next video. That's going to be a part 2. So to the guys that I did not choose, hang in there, guys. You're on my radar. Let me put it that way. You're on my radar, and we'll see what happens in the future. For those of you who I did nominate, hopefully the governor will commission you colonels, and if he does, I have a lot of faith that you guys will carry yourselves accordingly and bring nothing but honor to the honorable order for sure. So, having said that, I will see you all in the next video very soon.